Yes, I believe my screen is visible. Murugan sir, is my screen is visible?
Sorry, yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Internet of Things.
Yes. Yeah, that's all, sir. Yeah. Okay. And one more thing, since it's going to be purely hands-on, I'm skipping the PPTs. After the end of the session, definitely I will share the materials, PPTs, codes, GitHubs, everything I will share via Murugan sir. Murugan sir will share in the WhatsApp group. But for today's session, I'm not going to handle any PPT, so it's purely hands-on, right? So what is meant by this Internet of Things? So Internet of Things means it's a buzzy topic nowadays. Even all the students, they love to do projects on these Internet of Things. So Internet of Things means, so you have a physical object. We can call it any physical object. You name it. If you're in your home, you may be a fan, light, AC, mixie, chair, any physical object. Or if you're going to office, there your projector, curtain, window curtain, okay, any physical object. Okay, so you have your physical object with you. So you have a physical object. So wherever you're going, via internet, wherever you're going, you can able to control that. Either you can able to control via computer, or you can able to control via your mobile phone. So that is said to be Internet of Things. So any physical objects, okay, which we can able to control, or which we can able to exchange the data. So that we can call it as the Internet of Things. So network of physical objects. So the first point is a network of physical objects, which enables to do two things. So one is control, and another thing is exchange. So if it covers these three things, we can say that is an Internet of Things. Example. So we have a light. We have a light in our home. Maybe the tube light. That tube light. Okay, that a hall light. So wherever you're going. So if you're going to the office, from your office also you can be able to monitor the light usage, or you may be from your or sitting in your office, you can be able to turn that on and off. Okay. So the two things: controlling and exchanging. This is the primary components. Okay, in Internet of Things. So network of physical object which enables to do control as well as exchange. Sometimes you will be doing both the things, or sometimes you will be doing only one of them. So this is what IoT is, right? So in this IoT, if you want to do certain things, we need certain components. Okay, we need certain components like a microcontroller is needed. So microcontroller is needed means like this physical object, which doesn't understand what I am telling about. It doesn't have any clue about what I am saying. So I need some translator in the middle. So that translator should govern this physical object. Okay, it should control, it should govern, it should give the instructions clearly. So that we call it as a microcontroller or any controller. So this is a primary component. Okay, this controller is a primary component. Then we have the internet. Okay, then we have the application side, your laptop or your mobile phones. Okay, coming here, this controller. Okay, this controller, there are in the market, especially talking about Arduino. They're talking about Raspberry, BeagleBone. Okay, likewise Intel Galileo. Many boards are there. Many like open source boards are there. So we need to know something about some basic idea about these boards. So it may be Arduino, or it may be Raspberry, Intel Galileo, BeagleBone. So these are the low-cost boards. And in the industry standards boards like Mitsubishi, Libium boards, or some of the controllers also there. So this controller object is like it is sit in the middle. Okay, so that will control the physical object. Okay, if you say light, okay, if you simply say light turn on, means the light doesn't know. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give instructions to the controller, and that controller will instead send a signal to that physical object. Okay, to the light, it will send signal to the light to turn on, and it will send signal to the light to turn off likewise. So that is a primary component in IoT. So now primary component means a microcontroller. You can name any microcontroller. So most of the students, they will be doing projects on these Arduino. So the reason why they are doing a project on Arduino is it is a very low cost, cheap, and it costs only $300. So anybody can easily afford it. So that's why most of the students, if you see, they do a project on these Arduino boards and all. So any boards. Okay, we don't want to restrict to Arduino, Raspberry, BeagleBone, likewise any controller. Okay. So then second component is we should need an internet. Okay, we should need an internet. And third thing is how you're going to control. Say like in my mobile phone or in my laptop, okay, I may be opening a browser. Say like I'll be opening a browser and there I'll be having two buttons on and off. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Or maybe you may open an app and there from your app you may send a signal, like you can send us instructions, right? So these three are the primary components. So your controller, network or internet, then your application. So these things are there, right? So now coming to our today's topic, so which is data visualization. Data visualization in cloud. Okay. So why cloud is important here? So that is very important to break and see. Okay. So I'm having a controller here. This controller from my laptop, I'm sending a signal via internet, and it is passing to this controller, and it is giving an instruction to here. Okay, this is fine. So I'm now my requirement is changing. So I want to know. Example, this physical object is like, we can call it as a fan. Okay. Suppose I want to know. So this fan, okay, for the last month, how many hours this fan has been running? So how many voltage or how many current this fan has been consumed? Like when I want to know the historical data. So that means what we need to store the daily data somewhere. Okay. So we need to store the daily data somewhere. Then only we can able to get that analytics and all, right? So what I'm going to do, I cannot store it in this controller because these controllers are low processing controllers. Okay, they don't have that 1 TB or 500 GB of hard disk like that, like what we have in the computer. So they're all very low level process. So they cannot able to store large chunks of data. So what we're going to do is we will be taking the logs and in internet somewhere in the cloud. We named it somewhere in the cloud. We used to store the data. Okay. So somewhere in the cloud, we used to store all the log files. So say like in future, if you want to have the historical data from the cloud, you can fetch it off and you can do it off. So that's where this cloud comes into the picture. So in this cloud, if you see the recent trend is like, AWS. So Amazon Web Service is a recent one in a cloud, and especially for IoT, AWS is doing a good job. And next to AWS, we also have IBM Watson. Then we have Microsoft Azure likewise. So if your students are planning to do projects in IoT, the primary thing you can say is like, ask them to learn the basis of Internet of Things. So like once they learn the basis, means like I'm talking about these microcontrollers and all, Arduino, Raspberry, or any microcontroller boards. So once they learn it, ask them to learn the cloud, especially AWS. So that will help them in getting in companies also. So once they have experience on these controllers, cloud, then it is very easy for them to deploy any IoT projects. Okay. So for the in next 1 hour, we'll be discussing about these cloud and all. Okay, I will lively show you demo. Okay, hands-on. I will show you hands-on on these AWS. So how I am sending a signal to a physical object from AWS. Likewise, we'll be covering this. Okay. Okay. Now, coming to the controller part in your mobile phone or in your laptop. Okay. Say like you have an on button. Okay, you have two buttons. So one is on and one is off. Okay, so now if you want to turn this on means, and now you press the on button, the data will go via internet, and from here it will reach this controller and it will send a signal to the fan. Suppose if you want to turn on the off, same fashion. Okay, here it is no problem. So like now you want to know, I want to know the historical data. Like as I said earlier, I want to know how much voltage it is consuming, for how long this is running. So likewise, if you want to know that, you need to have some visualization. So that's where you want to show in like graphs and all, right? So you like to show in this format. So this is what we call it as a visualization. That's where this data visualization plays an important role. So so cloud, okay, you're getting the data, so you're fetching the data from the cloud. Okay, cloud we are using as just a storage. But this visual, how you'll be generating the graphs, on what basis? So I'm sure in Python, day before, day yesterday and all, you've seen a lot of software packages available for creating the graphs and all. But here in today's session, I'm not going to touch, but instead we will be discussing a new concept called, I'm completely giving a hands-on on open source tools. So there is an open source tool available dedicated for this IoT named Thingsboard. Okay, so in the things board, you don't want to know about any programming knowledge. Even if students are from mechanical background or a triple E background or any non-IT computer science background, they can deploy these projects very easily. So we'll be giving we're gonna have complete hands-on on the open source cloud named things board. Okay, so that's what today's entire session will be, right? So I will give you a glimpse of how that things board will be, right? So this is a things board dashboard. Okay, so in your browser, I'm just open it. So like this is a 2 district map. If you will see here, there is a district A and district B. 2 district map will be there. Okay, so on district data is there. Some data you can able to see, like how much of electricity it is consuming, how much of waters, how much gallons of water it is consuming. This district is consuming. Likewise, it gives the entire data. Suppose if you want, especially these district B data, same fashion, you can able to generate that have the graph. Okay, so this is one example of data visualization. Likewise, we have according to your requirements, we can have any graphs or any charts. Okay. So if there are any alarms, okay, any critical, you can also set alarms. So if this is a crossing this threshold, okay, you want to know any intimation. Likewise, you can also set the alarms. Okay, so this is a raw idea I'm just showing you off. Okay, so likewise, in IoT, this part is very important. So even though you have this controlling part and all, controlling on and off, so and so, this presentation, how you going to visualize your data, that plays an important role. Okay. So for this, either you can go for that Python packages or Python based codes and all, or NumPy likewise. Otherwise, you can go for any open source tools. So nowadays, Tableau is one of the recent data visualization tool in the market. So Tableau, or maybe I think for IoT, Tableau is maybe not that much important. Especially if you have a big industries and all, they may go for it. But for medium scale industries, I think this things board is more sufficient. Okay. So I will share that link in your chat box. Right. So this things board is the one which we're going to see. So what is a things board? So this things board is purely an open source. Okay, it is an open source IoT platform. Like this things board, there are many platforms are available. Like things board, we have IoT open community, open forum. Likewise, there are a lot of forums are available. This things board is very easy. Okay, in this things board, what are the things we can do is we can do the data collection. Data collection is possible. Data management is possible, and with the data collection, and we can able to visualize the data. Okay, you don't want to have a coding knowledge, so minimum coding like a 5% or 10% of coding is enough over here. Just all click and drag, and it's a presentation. It's purely a presentation, right? So this is what a things board is about. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go to the thingsboard.io. So that is a website for this forum. If you go to the things board, this things board platform offers a solution in 3 ways. So one, it is giving the community edition and professional edition and gateway, license based editions. So in community edition means open source. So there, they will provide you the code. You can have that code in your computer. You can install it or in your cloud or in your own servers, and you can run it off. So that is community. Okay, so in professional and licensable, you need to pay for it. So you don't have your own cloud, you don't have your own server. So at the time, what to do? At the time, what we need to do means we need to go and pay some bucks. Okay, so that they will take care of it. So that is a professional and service license. So we need to go to the community edition, and there you can able to see the entire manuals will be given. So what is my things board? What is the platform? Likewise, you can able to see all the things. Okay, here you need to go to the installation, and you need to download it. Okay, you need to download it based on your OS. Okay, so I'm repeating once again. You need to go to the thingsboard.io. So we need to go to the thingsboard.io, and in thingsboard.io, we need to go to solutions. Okay, you need to go to the solutions, and you can go to community edition, and then in the top tab, you can see installation. There you can go and click on installation, and here you can see things about community edition. Okay, So if you click on it, it will give you a complete details. Okay, if your on-premise means like in your computer, in your laptop, or in your desktop. So live demo means like if you don't want to install anything straight away, you can check their versions how it is likewise. So or else you can put it on the cloud. Okay, cloud, AWS or DigitalOcean somewhere, you can put it off. So you suppose if you professors, you want to check it off, I recommend you to install it on your computer. So first I recommend you to install it on your computer. Most of your professors will be using Windows operating system. So just click on Windows and it will take you to the exe file. It will give you the complete manuals. It will give you a complete what are the things we need to. It is pretty straightforward. It will give you a step-by-step procedure. Okay, so once it is installed, you can start running on it. Or else, so now you professors, you don't want to install it, just you want to give a try. You want to check the live version. Okay, you don't want to install, you want to check the live version. Yes, that is a website available. So which is demo.thingsboard.io. Demo.thingsboard.io. So this demo.thingsboard.io will be pretty slower. The reason is it is running on a shared server, so many people will be accessing it, so it will be slightly slower. Okay, so if you go to demo.thingsboard.io, there you don't want to install anything straight away. You can go for sign up. You can go for the sign up. Okay, then you can log in inside. So it is pretty straightforward. Okay, you don't want to install anything straight away. Your students can also use this Thingsboard without any need of installation at all. Okay, so mostly I recommend the students from a non-computer science and IT backgrounds. If they come to me, I always recommend them to use this demo version. So once they become familiarized, and then later on I will ask them to put it on their Dockers and all, or on their own servers. So now for the time being, you can check on these ones, demo.thingsboard.io. Okay, you can create a login account and you can log in inside. Okay, so both the screens will be same. So what I did was
regarding, sir, one doubt, sir.
yeah, please, sir.
Jeevanandham, sir.
Yeah, please, sir.
So regarding that Thinkboard, no, you said it's some drag and drop like that, no? Very user friendly. So all IoT sensors available, sir. For example, NFC, RFID. For example, if I have to display the students means, so that's
no, sir, you're asking about sensors?
yeah.
Actually, this
Visualization.
yes, exactly. Actually, this is a visualization only, sir.
Okay.
Here, no sensors or no means of controlling and all. Okay, like a kind of in your mobile phone, you have the app, like you have on and off button, like you have the graph,
like
that is the display side only. So you can create a virtual. That I will show you. So that I will show you one by one. I will show you. But here, it doesn't have inbuilt sensors and all, but it supports all the sensors.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, sir.
Yeah, it supports all the sensors. It supports all your devices, all the clouds, any programming language. It's completely like delivery side. I'm talking about the presentation side, application side. Yeah, for your question, yes, sir. It supports all the sensors, but it doesn't have any inbuilt like kind of things. Library.
Yeah, it's a visualization process.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes. So what I did was I already installed this Thingsboard in my computer that I will show you. So I'm using a Mac computer. So in my Mac, I have installed a Docker. So on the top of the Docker, I am running this Thingsboard. So if you're a Windows user, you need to install either any web browsers like WAMP or XAMPP, like any web browsers. I mean web servers. I'm talking about web servers. I'm sorry, not browser, web servers. Any web servers. If you're a Windows user, or else if you're familiarized in Dockers, yeah, you can install on the Dockers, and you can put it on the Docker and you can run it off. So Docker means like a kind of a virtualization, virtual box. Okay. So like actually this is a code, a set of piece of code, like kind of your website code. Okay, that you need to put it on your server, then you need to run it likewise. So this I'm running on my computer. If you see localhost means my computer. So if you go to the demo website, which I talked earlier, demo.thingsboard.login, if you go there, will also you'll be seeing the same screen. Just give me a minute. Let me open and show it to you. You see, this is a, if you notice here, this is demo.thingsboard.io. So there also, if I log in, the same thing I'm getting in my download core also, I'm getting the same screen. So both are same. Okay. So I normally advise the students to go with the demo version first. So demo means, you know, they don't want to waste their time in installation process and all. So once they familiarize here, then no problem, they can do it on their own. So you can also advise the same. It's up to the students' performance. Okay, if the student is very bright and he has some basic IT idea and all, you know, you can ask him to install it on the Docker and put it off. So because of these Dockers and all, you know, if you put it on the resume, it is like kind of value added in these placements. So yeah, this is a hidden thing. You can also make your students to install Docker or web servers and put the codes there and ask them to run it. Okay, any two ways. Okay, it's up to your purposes. Right. So this is how the dashboard will be. This is how the screen will be. And here what we're gonna do our configurations. Okay. Shall I proceed, professors? If there are any clarifications needed, we can clarify here. Then we can proceed later. Is there any clarifications you want to know? Right. Okay. Thank you, professors. Thank you. Right. So this is how I'm entering into the things board. Okay, this is my things board. Okay, now we seen how to enter into the things board platform. So now I'm in the things board platform. Okay, this code, okay, you're getting this piece of code, this software, right? This website code, you can put it on your computer, own computer. Okay, that's what we call it as a virtual box or a XAMPP, WAMP, any server like that. You can put it on your own laptop or on your desktop, or else you can put it on your own cloud. Okay, you may be, some of your professors may have cloud platforms. Okay, you can put it on your cloud like DigitalOcean cloud or AWS. If you have any clouds and all, you can put it over there. Okay, or else you don't have own cloud, or in the meantime you don't have the proper laptops with you. So what to do means you can go to the license edition. So Thingsboard is also providing you the license edition, which I shown you earlier. So you can go there, and there you pay some bucks and you can also enjoy the service. Right. Now, so now we enter into the things board. Okay. So what are the things we'll be doing? Example. Okay. Example. I'm telling you the scenario. So this is a IRTT college. Professors, excuse me for the scribbling because I'm using the mouse to draw. So this is a IRTT college. Okay. So in IRTT college, we have several buildings. So this is a building. So this is a triple E building. Okay, this is EC block. Okay, this is a hostel. Likewise, we have many buildings, right? Okay. Right. We have many buildings. Temperature. What is the temperature? I want to know what is a triple E hostel. Likewise, I want to know. So the top level management, the boss wants to know all the things. The principal wants to know the temperature and all. Okay, I'm talking about temperature for a easy understanding. You put that, replace the temperature in any other sensors. As I saw one of the professor asked the question, likewise you can put any sensors. Okay, so the principal wants to know, the head of the institution wants to know each blocks. So that is a objective. Doing is you will be sensor in each building. Okay, this blue color is a sensor. Just imagine. I'm putting sensor in each building. Okay. So now what I need to do? All the sensors data. So all the sensors from IT building, I need to have a table. Okay. So it is storage where I need to log all the data. So time likewise. Okay. So all the like IT, hostel, triple EC, likewise I need to log all the data. Okay. So this data storage, I said earlier, this we will be using cloud and all. Okay, or else you can use your own server or maybe cloud, no problem. Right? Either it is own server or cloud, both are same only. Okay, so for storage, we are using that for storage. Simple. Right. Next, what we will be doing? You want to visualize. Okay, you want to So a historical chart, okay, likewise any alarms, likewise you want to see it, because on seeing the pictorial, the boss can easily understand, right? So this is what we call it as a data visualization, right? So now we're going to say how to do this. So for the same scenario, okay, let us you should note it here, how many devices are here. So see, in IT Park, I'm having one device, in EC one device, typically one, hostel one device. So the first thing is you should put all your device. So in your things board, we should configure these devices. So this is number one. After device, okay, you need to put all the asset comes under IRTT, right? So next time I may like a head of the institution may say, imagine for 2 colleges or maybe 3 colleges. So from one institution I want to know the temperature, from another, from 3 colleges, right? So in 3 colleges there will be same EC department will be there. Okay, here also EC, there also EC. Likewise, there is a possibilities. So IRTT ECE, Kongu College ECE. Likewise, we put that asset, right? So asset means it is a collection of all things. So number one is a number two is everything under asset. Bring everything. You need, that is number two. How to transmit the, how to send the data. Number three. And number four, it's graph. So this is only these 4 steps are there in the things board. Let us say one by one. Okay. So right, the first thing, as I said, we need to configure the device. So what I need to do is, I need to go to the device. You look at here, there is a device option. Okay. So I need to go and click on the device. Okay. So once I click on the device, some things are there. Okay, we neglect it. Okay, we're going to create a new. Okay. So here, if you see at the top, add device will be there. So okay, I'm giving hyphen. Okay. So it is purely your reference. Okay, I am naming it that IT building, IT department. I'm gonna put on sensor, right? So I'm naming that device. So device type is what? It is a sensor. Okay, you can give any, or maybe you can put a temperature sensor. Okay, let me put temp sensor. Okay, and rest of just okay. So here IT is done. Easy. Next, the same fashion, I'm going to click on plus, add new device. Okay, I add putting temperatures and EC is done. Okay, let us put one more. IRTT hyphen hostel device type temperature sensor. Okay, you got it right. So hostel, EC, IT, likewise you put it all. So one thing professors using only on every site. Okay, what I'm talking about. Here virtually I am creating a space, and in that space my sensor data will be put on, and that data will be represented in the graphs and all. Okay, so how it is transmitting, either it is you are going to use MQTT protocol or the HTTP protocol or co protocol, which that we are not bother about. Anyhow, you are going to get the data, and from the data how you are going to represent it. So that only this things board I'm covering that part only. Okay, right. So I have put on 3 things: IT, easy, and hostel. So that is done. Okay, I have added these things. So the next thing is I may be in the IT device. There I play. So from that I'm going to send it to. Okay, from how I'm going to send. So that we need to cover. So Murugan sir, is my voice is breaking because some of the participants are saying voice is breaking? Okay. A few saying voice is breaking, now it's fine. Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Right. So now you are department, how you to the things board. That only I talked about that microcontrollers and all, right? So here you'll be placing your microcontroller. So that microcontroller may be say like a Raspberry Pi. So Raspberry Pi will be connected. So from the by using any Python code, you'll be pushing the data to the things board. You got it? So from your Raspberry Pi, you'll be writing some Python code, and from the Python code, you can send your sensor data to the things board. For IT, we have created one room. Do you remember here we have created one room, right? We have created one room. Physical device over here. So ECE it should be pushed. Differentiate means so for all the sensors there will be some unique key. So in the software side I'm talking about. Okay, if I click on IT, you can able to see. I'm just clicking on IT. There is a device ID and a access token. So this is what I'm talking about. All the devices some unique token. So this we need it. By using this token or by using this ID, you can push your data. So from your physical hardware. Okay. Right. So that code I will show you. Just a minute, professors. Let me open the code for you. Okay. Code curl command which you can do it on your computer also. Okay. So curl command, I'm using curl command, or you can also use Python. So this is the coding side. The command to reading 20. So here I'm sending the data, but in real time you'll be having the sensor readings. So if you're using any variables, that variable you can give it here and you can push it off. So this is a demo.thingsboard.io, which is a URL. Okay, this is a URL which we're talking about. Okay, so to this URL your data will be pushed. Suppose you're using localhost, right? So that means what here we need to change that into and device ID. Okay, if you can see copy access token, we need to click on this copy access token, and that token should be placed over here. Okay, so that I will show you. So if you go to the latest telemetry, there is no reading here, right? So now let us see. I'm opening the command. Imagine this black color screen is from the physical hardware. Okay. And look at here. You see it here. Here temperature. Suppose from my Raspberry, I'm putting instead of 20, say like I'm putting a. So from the Raspberry Pi, if I push it, okay, if you go here, see the 44 data has been changed. Yeah. So this is how you will be pushing your data. Your okay. So as one of the professor raised the question, does it suppose all the sensors? Yes. Now I think it's clear to you, professor. So likewise, you don't worry about your professor. I mean, a sensor type, it is a digital sensor or an analog sensor. We are not worrying about that. So instead, what you are worrying about, how I'm going to get the data. So just the data is enough for me. So if you give it in a graph, So that's what I hear. So likewise, you need to get data for all the sensors. Okay. So for EC also, if you go there in telemetry, there won't be any. It is not sending any data. So what do we need to do? We need to from local Arduino, you need to push. So once you push your data, that data will be shown here. Okay. So once will be shown here. Like here also, I will show you example. So I'm just changing that code. Let us have the 44 itself. Okay. So I'm opening. Black color screen is from. So here I'm doing receives the data. Okay. Right. So likewise, we need to push data for all the things. Okay. So once this is done, okay, this is the first part. So the second part will be like, here, if you look at here I have EC department and here also I have ECA. So this is IRTT, this is some other college. Okay. So there is a confusion, right? So now I need to create an assert. So assert means I'm bringing all this under a single umbrella. So what are the things belonging to IRTT that I'm bringing under a single umbrella? So that is called as an assert. So number 2 is to go to the assert. You need to go to the assert. You need to click on the add new assert, and here you can give like IRTT. Assert type is like, you can also here give IRTT, your choice. If it is a building or college, you can give for your reference only. You can give it and you can add it. See, it is added. Yeah, it is added. So now, if you go inside, under IRTT, I need hostel, right? Open that IRTT. Okay, you are created. You just click on it. The screen will be open. And here, we need to go to that relations. You need to go to the relations. Just click on it. So here, no relations will be there. You just click on add new relation. Okay. So IRTT contains what? IRTT contains, it should contain all the devices, right? EC, IT and also. Here you select a device. And here you can start selecting one by one, like IRTT hostel, IRTT IT, and IRTT ECE, EEE and all. If it is there, you can put it off. No IRTT EEE is there. Okay. So this IRTT relation means it contains all these devices. Okay. So now, whenever I refer this IRTT here, okay, it contains what? It contains hostel and IT. So instead of configuring individually here, if I do some configuration here, that will be reflected on all these 3 things. So that is number 2. Okay. So I recall it back. So what we did was, first thing is we have created a device. So device means like in your software side, your physical hardware side, you need to real timely you need to implement that. So once you're done here in software side, I'm creating a space for that devices. So say like 3 devices means I have created a room for 3 devices, and how to send physical device by using the access Python code or C curl command or shell command. Okay, by using any programming. Okay, you name it, any programming, from there you can push your data. So once you're done, once that is done, next part is you need to repeat for all the sensors. All the sensors. What are the sensors you're having? You need to repeat for all the sensors, all the devices. So once done, this is number 1. Number 2 is you need to go to the assert, and here in assert you need to bring everything under a single umbrella. So this is number 2. So we have created a device, and then we have created a assert. So number 3, right? We want to create a dashboard like this. So we seen that example, do you remember we have seen two districts and their waters, energy and all, right? So now we need to create a dashboard similar to that. Okay, just give me a second, let that page get loaded. The reason why it is delay is because it is a free cloud. It is running on a free server, so that's why there is a delay in getting page getting loaded. So if you put it on your own cloud, it will be fast. It will be very fast. I'm showing. So similar to this, this meter and some likewise how to do it. Of that we will see now. Okay. So number one is device, number two is assert. Okay, I'm moving to the number three, which is dashboard, the presentation dashboard. So go to the dashboard. Here you create a dashboard for your project. So I'm creating IRTT FDP. IRTT. So now we need to open the dashboard. So for opening it, just on it, you will get a here. So once you click on open dashboard, you can see this window, no widgets has been configured. So nothing is there. So now we need to configure that. That's what I talked about. Click and drag, something I said, right? So that we will be seeing now, right? So first you need to turn the editing on. You need to enter into the edit mode. So just click on edit mode. So once you click on edit mode, you can say add new widget. Okay, right. So before entering, let us have some clarification. So how our dashboard should be. So since here you have this 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings and 4 sensors will be there. Okay, so and so there. So now it is time to think how you want your screen to be. So this is my home screen. My home screen is second screen what I want. Likewise. So, say like here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So like example. So let us have a table. Okay. So let us have a table. That table says for each device. Say like IT, the readings. Okay. Readings. If I click on IT, it should take me to the second page. Second page. Say like I want to show it pie chart. Read second page. EC again. Likewise. Example, my point of view, I want my screen to be like this. Okay, so according to your requirement, you can customize. I'm giving you an idea. Okay, so this is how my objective is. So my first home screen should be like this. There should be a collection of tables. Okay, in each table row, each sensor along with that reading should be displayed. So when I next page, corresponding page. So that is my requirement means. Let us see how to do it. So here, I want my home screen. Okay, how I want my home screen? I want the table in the home screen, right? So here I'm going to do add new widget. Okay, right here. So we'll be seeing a lot of right. Before I let us you have 4 buildings, 1, 2, 3, 4 sensors. Maybe after an year, you may introduce a new building. Okay, you may introduce a CSE. After 2 years, you may introduce a new hostel. Likewise, example. So again, do you want to configure for each things? No, it is not possible. I mean, it is a you don't want to invest that much of time. So whenever you scalable. So suppose if you want that to be auto scalable, okay. So let's see how to do it before adding the widgets. Okay, you keep that in mind. We need to in future. It may you definitely there will be scalable will be there. In future, definitely there will be a we want a how to do it. before entering into the widget, I'm doing something called entity analysis. Okay, the concept is called entity analysis. So entity analysis means, so in future, what are the, like, kind of grouping the datas. Okay, I'm grouping all the datas. Okay, in future, guys, that they will auto. That's so that will. Okay, so before entering, okay, before adding any widgets, I am doing this. For each page, you need to do this one first. So you need to click on add analysis. So what is the analysis name? Okay, I'm giving main data, main page data. So main page data, filter type, how you want to filter. Okay, so based on a device. Okay, so what is device is say like asset. From the asset, I want to filter. Okay, like, so I'm getting all the data from this asset. Okay, in future, what are the devices are added to this asset, that will automatically be added here. So that's what the objective. Okay, so what type of device I'm taking in this IRTT, you may have many sensors. So one sensor may be for temperature, one sensor you'll be using for humidity, one sensor you'll be using for IR. Likewise, you may have a number of sensors, right? So particular device also you can filter it. So that's what I give temperature sensor. The tag, based on the tag also you can filter it. You just click on add. Okay, this is the first thing you need to do. So I am grouping all the data here. Okay, so once it is done, then you can start adding widgets. So click on add widget bundle. You see, click on it. With that, you can go to the admin widget, entity admin widget. Okay, just click on it. Just wait for a couple of seconds, your page will be open like this. You know, you'll be getting a table. Yeah, this is what we talked about, right? So this is what we talked about here. So first page, we should have a table like this. Okay, so that's what we also get it here. Like this. Okay, just click on it. So once you click on it, it will ask you the data source. So from where I should, so here, this, okay. That you need to select attribute. So you are sending temperature, right? You can see the temperature is coming up first. So what you are sending, that will be reflected here. If you are sending instead of temperature, you say like TEMP means the TEMP will be visible here. So what you are pushing, that will be shown here. Select this one and click on add. You see, ECA, hostel, IT, all device along with that temperature is also showing. If you look at here for hostel, showing because we haven't started setup, sending data only to, suppose for ECE instead of 44, if you want to send 30. Okay, look at here, I'm transmitting the data now. So this black color screen is from your physical hardware. Okay, see, it has been changed immediately. I'm sending the static data, but in what will be happening is transmitter. And so for every transmitting the continuous. So this thing, right? So this is the first requirement. So this page is done. Okay. So now second page. So when I click on IT, it should take to this page. When I click on this particular sensor, that should take me to the corresponding page. Now let us say how to do that. Now, if I click on ECE, it is not happening. Nothing is happening. You see, nothing is happening. Okay. So our requirement is, if I click on this table, it should take me to somewhere. So that means here we need to do some configuration. Okay. So click on this pencil, edit widget. Click on this edit widget. So once we click on this edit widget, okay, there you'll be seeing actions. Okay, actions, something like that. Okay. Before, okay, we need to. Just give me a minute. Let me take the data. Yeah, it is that. Right. Just click it widget. Once we click, it will take us. Here we need to go to the, and in action you need to click on this add action. Add action. So in action source, so we are going to click on the row. Okay, row wise we are going to click, right? So we need to select a row click. So you can name it like, click option. You can give any. Navigate to the new dashboard. You want to go. So what is the target dashboard? Okay, we haven't created any dashboard, so that's why we are not showing up. Okay, so we need to create a new dashboard so that it will take you to the new dashboard here. So since we have only one dashboard, it is showing only default. So we need to create a secondary dashboard. So let us see how to create a secondary dashboard. So if you click on here, you see only default. Okay, so here title to add new dashboard page. Now the same procedure. Click on edit widget, actions, plus add action. Then here you can go to the action source on row click. Okay, you can go to the row click. A name is click. Okay, then type is navigate to the new dashboard. So target is subpage. Okay, target is subpage. Then you can click on add. Right. Now we can close it. Yes, right. Click on it. When I click on this dashboard, you can see this top. It is taking to the subpage. You see? Right. So this is what our requirement is, right? So this is what we planned. So we have the front screen. When we click on it, it should take to the secondary page. So this we achieved, right? So now it is time to configure this page. Okay, now we want to do this sub page. So like let us see how to do it off here. So as I said earlier, for all the new dashboards, the first thing is we need to group the entity aliases. Sumadhi madam, kind request, please mute yourself, ma'am. For how many pages? So first thing is we need to group these entity aliases. Okay, so enter the edit mode, and here you can see these entity aliases. So click on entity aliases. Okay, add alias. So this alias is subpage alias, right? Subpage. So how are you going to filter it? So I'm not going to filter it. So this is going to follow from the previous page, right? So from the dashboard stage, entity from dashboard, because from the previous one, I'm just incorporating. Just click it and click on add. That's it. I repeat once again. The aliases. Here and in filter type. So this is the subpage, right? So before that, I have some home page here. So what you please take all the data from the previous page, likewise I'm saying. So you please take all the data, that is entity from the dashboard state, okay, from previous. So once you're done, click on that will be shown here. So this is the first pages, the first add a widget. Okay, some bar chart, pie chart, likewise graphs and all. Okay, okay, now widget. In widget bundle, If you want analog gauges, go to the analog gauge. There you can see some analog gauge will be displayed. See, you want temperature, right? So temperature will be displayed, or you want like this or that. Okay. So if you want, you can go to the dish here of the gauges. Which one you want? Okay, that particular gauge you can select it and you can place it there. Suppose I want this one. Okay, I'm just clicking on it. Once I click, it will ask me for the data source. So I need to give the data source. So from subpage, because this is a subpage data, right? So some subpage, what is the attribute? Temperature is that. So then just select requirement. If you go to the home page, now I am going to the home page. You see for device, if I go to the ECE, 30 is showing it off in a graph. Okay. So suppose if I go to IT, here, professors, look at it. I just configured only for this first one. I haven't configured for IT, but now when I go in the graph, you know, what are the things you are creating for that also your data will be shown. So this is the main advantage. So here why you are getting only 30 means it is a static data. I transmitted earlier, I'm not continuously transmitting. So if I continuously transmit, here you can able to see the continuous data. So I'm not continuously transmitting, that's why you are getting only static. Okay. Add new widget, and here I'm going to the chart like this. If you want this as a time series, you can also have it. Just click it, add subpage, temperature. You can resize this. Okay. Here I'm not getting any data. You know, in time series there is no data source because I'm not sending any data. So now let us see. I'm putting continuous data. I'm just continuously transmitting the data. Line generating. You notice there is a line generating. Suppose if I change that to 44 or you know, because the graph here, the graph will be changed. Yes, you see. So this is what this how you will be having real-time data. Okay. You see here also changed. So likewise, you know, you want to just click and put it. That's it. So if you want a control, which is on and but off, also possible. So date switch. According to a record, you want to have some alarm. So okay. On the what is that? Okay. This also you can source also you can give it off. So according to your requirements, okay, according to your basic project requirements, you just that's it, easy configurable. I will show you that live one more demo, which we did for K. Just give me a minute. Let me open this page and show it to you. So, suppose say like you are running a taxi company. Okay, you can put all your taxis and there you know you can instead of the buildings. Okay, ITCs and all you can put your taxi numbers. Okay, that also you can do it off. You see some Krishna transport is there, AJ transport. Likewise, example. You see the real-time temperatures will be there 28, 29, 25. Okay, vehicle numbers. Okay. So, so like I'm running two transport companies. Example, Krishna Transport and AJ Transport. Suppose you see, I use the numbers. Okay. Likewise, this also, if I click on a vehicle, corresponding vehicle, it will take me to the graph, time series. Okay. What are the things you want? You can put it there. Suppose if you want to share this to the public, that is also possible. Okay. I want to share this. Okay. The public URL. Share it with you. Okay. If you click on the public URL, you can this dashboard. Okay. You can able to see this, and if you click on it, it will take you to this series and see you have graph, time series, alarms. Likewise, you can able to see it off. And share your dashboards with the public. Yeah. Right. So that's all in things board. I'm just trying to give an idea on open source tools, what is available for IoTs. Okay. So this IoT is one of the vast area you can explore there. Your students can enjoy. They can see their outputs immediately. So when the students see their output immediately, they will start enjoying, because now they like to get connected. So that's why this IoT is trending among young minds. So now students are like kids, recent kids, they want to get everything to be done via mobile. So that's why nowadays, all the things. If you see Orient fan, they recently launched IoT based fan. So in your fans, you can able to get track of your fans power consumption, how many hours it is running, like everything, all the data you can. You can turn heaters. They used to call it as a uh, this is what all about IoT data visualization. Okay, so if you peoples are interested, okay, I'll show you one more also. So nowadays, the students, they feel something difficult to do codings. So if you give Python, even IT CSE background students also, I won't say lazy, they want to do it smarter. Okay, so they instead of coding and all, they want everything to be click and drag based. So for IoT, there is a one software, okay, called Node-RED. So this Node-RED is actually developed by IBM, so which you can also explore it. So this Node-RED is especially written for hardware devices. Okay, so this is developed by IBM. So here, instead of writing codes and all, you can just click and drag it. Okay, you can run it on a Raspberry BeagleBone, interface with Arduino, Android, and all. Even clouds also they're available. Okay, I will show you how to do it. So we need to install this Node-RED on your computer. So once we install this Node-RED, you can open your browser. You should go to that corresponding port. Just a minute. 1880. Like this. Okay. So just you click and drag it. Suppose if you want to turn the light on, I'll just show you how fast it is, how easy it is. Okay. Right. So I want to turn the light on and off. Look at me. I'm just taking two buttons. Okay. I'm just taking two buttons. Within a couple of seconds, I can able to do it off. So this I'm using it for on button, and this I'm using it for off. I'm just connecting it to some pin number, some general purpose pin. So for on means it should be having the number 1. Okay, on means 1 and zeros and ones. Off means 0. Don't worry, professors, I'm not going fast. I'm just showing you how easy it is. So in Raspberry Pi, which pin number I want, I can select it. That's it. If I deploy it, within fraction of seconds, it is deployed. So this what students are now, you know, giving more interest. Okay, so this is very easy. Okay, instead of writing a Python code or instead of writing a C language, you can build your IoT based projects within a couple of seconds. Even if you want to get connected to the clouds, that is also possible. I will show you that the AWS cloud also. AWS cloud is Amazon Web Service, which most of the companies recently in nowadays, you know, they are using it. Most of the IT industries, they started migrating, and especially during this COVID situation, even big institutions also started adopting this AWS. So AWS is for the first 1 year, it is free for the academicians, and from the next year onwards, you need to pay for what the service you are using. So roughly, it cost me around $6,000 for per annum because I am running all my instances on this AWS cloud. Raghuraman sir, in Node-RED, can we visualize the code running in the background? Yes, yes, of course you can. You can visualize it, sir. No, there are no issues on it. You can visualize it. Yes, I'm coming to the questions in a couple of minutes. Okay, let me finish this and I'm coming to the questions. Excuse me, professors. Okay. So in AWS, if you see, if you go to the IoT, okay, here there are a lot of services available. Okay, so there are a lot of cloud services available. So one famous is you name any technology, AWS is having solution. Machine learning, they have it. Robotics, they have it. Okay, if you satellite, even for satellite, blockchain, for all the things they have it. Okay. So I'm using AWS IoT. So IoT core is that. Okay, here if you go to the devices, you see there are a lot of things are in AWS IoT, like MQTT, which is one of the famous protocol, lightweight protocol used by IoT engineers. MQTT means lightweight message queuing telemetry transfer protocol, which is a lightweight protocol compared with the HTTP and all. So this AWS IoT provides a very good support for the MQTT and all. So example, I will show you. So this is my Node-RED. Okay. So from my Node-RED, you know, if I'm sending some signals, okay, you look at here. If I press 1, on means 1. If I press off means you're getting 0. So this is in my local computer. You see local host. So I'm using AWS cloud. Okay. So in AWS cloud, okay, under which topic? Kongu is HOD. You look at here, you're getting reading as 1. Okay, now if you press 0 in AWS, you're getting like blank data. Suppose you want to send any timestamp. I'm setting the timestamp, right? So now if I'm setting the timestamp, you're getting some 1600 and all. Okay, if I'm going to the AWS, you see. So this is one of the MQTT advantage of MQTT AWS cloud. Okay, it's like a kind of interlinked one. Okay, so we need to learn all these things. So this is a wonderful platform. You know, via this AWS cloud, you know, you can deploy IoT projects very easily. Okay, so like you have a apartments. Okay, so this is one apartment. So this is one apartment, and this is another apartment. Okay, this is in Chennai. Okay, this is in Bangalore, and this is in Delhi. And you are the landlord for all these apartments. And by 6 o'clock, you want to turn the light, all the like, you know, portico lights. Okay, so that means what you do, you put on, you appoint, you employ one watchman. Okay, gatekeeper, watchman. They will turn on the lights on and off, right? So instead, by using this technology, okay, in your mobile phone, okay, by pressing single button, on button, simultaneously it will send a signal to all these things, all these 3 apartments. So that is the advantage of MQTT protocol. Okay, so that is the main advantage of this MQTT protocol. So by using that's where AWS comes into the picture. So AWS, MQTT, and all, that's where it comes into the picture. And suppose if you want to visualize all the data, all the like apartment data, there you need some visualization tools like Tableau or open source IoT tools like Thingsboard. In IBM also there are tools are available. ThinkSpeak is also one of the important tool. Likewise, there are a lot of tools are available. By using the tools, by using the microcontroller, by using the cloud, okay, we can incorporate. So what are the technologies involved in IoT? What are the components? The first thing is microcontroller, then cloud. Okay, you need microcontroller, you need cloud, then you need visualization tools. Okay, then website creation, app creation. Okay, so these are the things basic things involved here, right? So that's why if you see most of the industries nowadays, they are using these AWS IoT or maybe using IBM IoT. The thing is, they don't want to install the servers. They want to deploy big servers, taking maintenance and all. It's like it's waste of too much investment for them. Okay, so that's why they are migrating like this. So I also developed along with my students, we developed some projects, IoT based products. The projects has been converted into products, and the products has been in market right now. So there we are using some apps like Caney, Blink. So in your mobile phone, you can control your home appliances. Okay, we provide you some controller. You can place your controller. You can connect your switchboard and all your home appliances like fan, light, everything. You can control it from your mobile phone anywhere in the world. You can also auto schedule it. So by every day 6 o'clock, automatically it will be turned on, and by 9 o'clock the light will be automatically turned off. So in morning 7 o'clock your heater will be turned on automatically. Likewise, everything you can automate that also. Okay, so that is a big confusion. Okay, many students they will confuse it. There is a difference between automation and IoT. So automation means like the script is written and every day it will be executing that script. Okay, there is no connectivity outside. So once you write the script and you put it there, that will be repeatedly executing it. While IoT means that automation is connected to network. So anywhere in the world, you get connected to your that device. So you get connected to that script that is said to be IoT. Yeah. So that's what actually I'm trying to, within this short period, I try to give you an idea about IoT, components involved in IoT, and about the visualization also. Yeah, of course, if time permits in future, because Sar is also planning for some other things. If time permits in future, and dedicated in IoT, we are focusing for IoT. In IoT, we'll try to cover the entire things because 1.5 hours is a highly impossible process. So we need if you have enough breathing space, of course, right from the scratch, we'll be taking it forward. Yeah. So thank you all. Thank you for the patient listening. I believe I have given, I haven't wasted your time. I have just, I have given some of your idea about this IoT and all. So let me jump into the questions now. Yeah, Raghuram sir, in Node-RED, can we visualize the code running in the background? Yes, of course, we can do it, sir. That is possible. In Node-RED is actually meant to run on microcontrollers like Raspberry Pi, BeagleBone and all. But now you can run that Node-RED in your laptops also. So if you install Node.js, okay, I will share that installation procedure also. So if you follow that installation procedure, you can try it in your own laptop also, because Raspberry Pi is costing $4,000, 5,000. So during this pandemic situation, salary problems will be there. Okay, no problem. No, you don't want to invest that much money. So we can put it on your computer. Okay, it's like a visual, your software. Okay, it is software, but it won't give you an exact what output what you're getting on Raspberry Pi. So like light on and off and all, you cannot do it. But other than on and off, like you're using some like sending the data to the cloud, those kind of things, such kind of things you can do it off. Okay. Right. Next question. Node-RED is like RapidMiner. Actually, Node-RED is a real-time replacement of programming. It's not as we cannot say it is like rapid miner. Of course, it is more than that. Okay, rapid miner is meant for purely data science side, but this is purely meant for GPU side. So that is a hardware side interface. This is purely meant for that. Sir, first we have to connect the external devices using microcontroller, then ThingsBoard provides a platform. Yes, sir, you're right. Yes, you're right. Sir, exactly what you said is right. So, what ThingsBoard means, the ThingsBoard, as I said, again, I'm saying ThingsBoard is a presentation side, it is an application side. But beyond that, in physical side, you need to do it first. So, like, I want to, I'm running a call taxi, I want to monitor the temperature of all the call taxis. So, first thing, what I will do is, I will install the microcontroller, that hardware part and all in all the taxis. Okay, from the taxis, I will be sending the data to the cloud. I will be transmitting the data to the mic server, and in that server, I will be running this ThingsBoard. So all the data will be received in the ThingsBoard, and ThingsBoard will visualize the data to you. Exactly, sir. What you said is right. Can you tell me the tools used for social media monitoring? No, social media monitoring, there are a lot of grabbers, data grabbers are there. So it is not, I don't believe it is related to IoT. I will update you, ma'am. I will update you if there are any tools. As of now, I'm not sure about it, but I will update you. So first we have to connect the external devices. Okay, yes, sir. Yes, Pradipam, exactly, it is possible. We can able to track the vehicles, the speed. Exactly, yeah, of course, it is possible. Here, hidden thing is we need to concentrate on one thing. Okay, how you're going to transmit the data? You'll be having a physical hardware. Okay, you call it as a microcontroller or a Raspberry, BeagleBone, any hardware. Okay, any physical microcontroller is there. So from your hardware, how are you going to transmit it? So what is the media, social media, I mean, networking, you're going to, whether you will be transmitting via Wi-Fi or via LoRa or via Zigbee. So that is another thing which we need to concentrate on. So you have your vehicles, okay, you have your homes. So some devices that you call it as IoT. Okay, if you name that device as IoT and if you put it in inside a middle of the Satyamangalam forest, it is highly impossible to get connected, right? So you should have the network connectivity. So how you going to establish the network? Whether you going to establish the network by using a GSM, that means we have 3G, 4G, or else by using LoRa, so which we use mostly. So LoRa based communication. So how are you going to get connected? So that is primary part. So once you have that, yeah, of course, everything is speed. More than that is possible. So that's what Tesla and all doing it off. So Tesla, if you go look into the Tesla cars, there you can see such kind of things. You can monitor the speed, you can monitor the fuel level, air level, even the passengers. Nowadays, the body temperature also you can able to see it off. Yeah, thank you, Agila ma'am. Thank you, Raghuram sir. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, Malikarjun. Yeah, of course. Why ThingsBoard? Why not ThingsPeak or Firebase? Yes, I agree. I agree. Which one is better to use? No, sir. Yes, I am an IT background people. I am doing building projects on IoT. So according to me, for me, open source is best. So my requirement is, to my requirement, I will always go for open source. So the reason is, if I go for the open source, there it allows me to customize the code. So you give some package, okay, according to my requirement, I can customize it. So that is number one. So number two, I don't want to invest the money in license. So that's why I always go for the open source platforms. Okay, so example, you are using Windows operating system and Linux operating system. In Windows operating system, we cannot customize anything. Okay, maybe you can change your wallpaper, you can change your screensaver, likewise you can say, but in Linux, you can customize everything you like. So if I open the computer, what are the things I want to do? How my screen should be, how my program should be. Likewise, I can customize everything. That's the advantage in open source. Okay. And in open source, there is the biggest community is there you'll get a lot of help. So that is the primary thing, and the licensing factor, that is also another thing. So ThingsBoard, ThingsPeak, Firebase, okay. So Firebase, it is a database. So Firebase, you use that for storing and all. So in ThingsBoard and ThingsPeak, yes, we can use that for visualization. But in ThingsPeak, the data controlling is not that much good when compared with this ThingsBoard. So data controlling means like I'm talking about this light on and off and all, right? So that is a very good in things board when compared with ThinkSpeak. That's why, ma'am. That's why. Yeah. Thank you, Mallikarjun. Thank you. Thank you, professors. Thank you all. Amit, sorry, thank you so much. The one of the biggest concern for me is, it is a very limited time. So within this limited 1.5 hours, it is I feel something difficult to present everything to you. So I believe now you got some idea. So next time when students comes to you and if the students is telling something, or we can give him some inputs, right? So this is the platform. Once we show the path, the students can go there and learn it off. So that I strongly believe. So now we learn things board, ThinkSpeak, AWS, MQTT, so and so. So next time, definitely this will be benefit to the students. So thank you, Kalyanam. Thank you all for your compliments. Any more doubts you have, we can clarify. Otherwise, we will hand over the session to the coordinators. Yeah, thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you, participants. Thank you for patient listening. Thank you all. Murugan sir, over to you, sir. Murugan sir. Okay. I forgot to share my GitHub ID. Okay, just a minute. Let me share you the GitHub ID so that in future, in GitHub, I put some of the materials which I shared it in chat window. So you can go there and you can take some of the materials like related to Arduino, Raspberry and all. Some of the materials are available there in GitHub. So which I shared in the chat window. So my mobile number, that also I shared in the chat window. My email ID. Okay, so kongu.edu, that is my email ID. Mobile number is 7373222233. So I also shared my LinkedIn ID. Yes. So I shared my contact details in the chat window. Murugan sir. Professors, just give me a second. I'll try to reach Murugan sir.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Murugan, sir, Murugan speaking, sir.
Yeah, please, sir. Please. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Professor Jeevanandham, sir. Participants, have you cleared the doubts? Is
Sir,
there any
everything
doubt?
completed, sir. Everything completed.
Okay. Nasaruddin Ahmed, he is often discussing the things. Okay, sir. Professor, very much thank you. On behalf of IRTT and principal, I express my sincere thanks to you, sir. Many things you have discussed regarding IoT and this thing. I'm very much helpful. The things were you presented very well. I'm very happy. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure is mine, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity. Because it's a nice time, in the early hours. Thank you so much, Murugan sir, and all the participants. I believe I have cleared your some of the doubts. Even though if you have some doubts in future, near future, I'm very happy to work with
Already
you all.
shared your all your email ID and the content. I mean, LinkedIn and website address. All those.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that I shared in the chat window also, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I
I'm
will
very.
share the attendance link for the participants. Sir, you send the PPT because all the participants are asking the PPT.
Yes, sir. Actually, PPTs, code, and the
All
content
those
which
things,
is
yes.
not related to today's session also, I shared it in the GitHub. So in the GitHub, all the materials are available.
Okay.
So other than that, if there anything is needed, I'm happy to help you, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, okay, okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
signing off. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.